Jay, speak to me. Refresh. Refresh. Wait, that's not all caps. Refresh. Okay. Unstable. Unstable network. The Wi-Fi died. The Wi-Fi completely died on me again, but this time it didn't just cut off. It just freaking. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do something. Okay. I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay, you guys just chill there. Cause I'm working on my phone's Wi-Fi now, and it's always gonna be bad. That's never good news, you know. Okay, at least the bit rate is back up again. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're back. We're back. Are you guys back? Okay, wait. I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna try and fix the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi just died. It died on me for the second time in the same stream. It's barely been an hour. I sound like I'm talking like an Italian. You know, with con el canto. I don't know how to say that in English. Oh wait, I have to make sure my tablet doesn't turn off while I'm out. Hello there. The stream, the Wi-Fi, it died on me again. Oh my god. Jesus Christ! Where did that come from? I only have a few more minutes left to stream. Or maybe I'll stream for as long as possible, also known as soon as my father dearest arrives home, which I might as well check if he's on his way or something. Cause that's okay. So where did we leave off? What was I talking about before the stream freaking died? Before the internet died on me for the second time in the last hour, which doesn't make sense. Stupid new Wi-Fi. It's just been cutting off. I don't know how often, but it's annoying. It is obnoxious, especially when I have work to do. You know, which I do. I do have classwork that I do need to finish. There's some online classes that I have to rewatch that I have to rewatch because the thing is that they're classes that were already given, but they're reviews of the classes. And since I've been pretty out of it for the last however long classes have started for, since I've been pretty out of it for all that time, I just have not been paying attention in the slightest, you know? I feel that's the best way to describe it. Which reminds me, I need to check on one of my other classes because I got transferred to another class because they wouldn't let me take the other class because apparently the test doesn't count because it was taken in the United States because people in the United States don't know how to speak Spanish, so the test doesn't work when it's from over there. You know? It's not stressful, but it is annoying. It's not something that bothers me all that much. But you know who it does bother? It bothers my mother, and then she bothers me about it. And it's I know, already, stop, go away, please. I just want to do my work in peace and maybe watch YouTube videos in the meantime. You know? That's the duality of it. My mother, she's great. She's nice and stuff. But, she can be a handful. You know? And then I become a handful because of the way that I respond to the way that she responds to what I do and what I don't do, you know? It's just, don't mind me. I'm just running my mouth now at this point. I know that anyone could watch this, right? That's just a whole other thing. We're not going to talk about that anymore. I'm going to read the message that AJ sent. It's going to be so fun when I go over there. Because everyone's going to think I'm insane because I'm going to be in warm clothes and everyone's going to be really hot. That's true. That is true. That is true. That's going to be really funny. Going to Germany would be pretty cool. Going to see AJ, that'd be really fun. But like, I think it'd be really neat. Those little mundane things, right? That's what I think is most interesting. My mom's telling me, like, you have to do internal tourism first, which, I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't interest me all that much. I mean, I've kind of already seen it and heard it be talked about, and I don't retain any of the information anyway, right? I find other places having slightly different things to be much more interesting, you know? Just very slight differences, like, I don't know, different toothpaste brands. Apparently, there's, like, almost no Taco Bells in the UK, according to Rambu. Like, or was it Chipotle? Not Taco Bell, Chipotle, specifically. Internal tourism is, like, when you, being the person living in your country, go to visit places that tourists go to in your country. That's what internal tourism is, right? And it's pretty neat, but I think it's cool. Like, I think it's cool to, like, do that if you're, like, bored one day, but my mom just wants me to do it before I ever even, like, travel, right? And I've already done my fair share of internal tourism, right? Dang it. You don't have Taco Bell or Chipotle in Germany? I mean, I don't really eat at Taco Bell or Chipotle. I mean, I've eaten at Chipotle before. I kind of wish I could eat, like, more there, because I kind of like Chipotle. Like, the one time that I went was pretty neat. I like the concept, like, you know, having all the fresh food and stuff, right? I don't think there's any Chipotles where I live either. There might be, like, one in the more populated area, which is at the east, northeast, to be specific. But where I live, there aren't a whole lot of, like, Chipotles. There is Taco Bell, though. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't go to Chipotle. I don't usually eat a lot of fast food either. So, like, that's the thing, right? Like, even if I love crepes. Aw, man, I love crepes. You've never had tacos before, AJ? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, no. You gotta get over here and have a taco or something. Because that is just kind of stable, you know? Like, even if I don't eat tacos all that often, they are quite nice. I've had different kinds of tacos. Oh my god, AJ. I've had several different kinds of tacos in my life. Some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you'd be the first. Okay, no, that's irrelevant. But tacos are pretty good. Tacos are pretty good. You know, I like them because I like crunch wrap tacos. What is on tacos? Okay. Now I know you're oblivious, AJ. Now I know you have no idea. Tacos. Okay. So, like, usually the stereotypical taco has I think it's like, okay, so you have, like, taco shell thing, right? Taco shell thing. You have, how does it go? Is it, like, I think you have meat stuff. You have, like, some kind of ground meat. You have, I don't know, there's usually, like, lettuce, some maybe tomato if you're feeling it, and then there's cheese on top. There's always cheese on top, meat at the bottom, cheese on top. That's, like, the typical, like, stereotypical recipe, you know. But you can put pretty much anything in a taco. Like, the tacos that I usually have, I tend to prefer them with beans because, you know, vegetarian and all that, right? I like the bean tacos. I like the tacos with the bean, right? They're pretty good. I've seen some tacos that have, like, say, what is it? What's it called? Jackfruit. It is quite good. Oh, yeah. They also do have sauce. You can add sauce if you want. To me, it definitely improves the experience if you have sauce on your taco. Because tacos can be quite dry, right? It also depends on, like, what kind of taco you have. Like, if you have, like, a hard shell or a soft shell, I prefer hard shells. I don't like the soft shells that much. I don't know why they call them shells if they're soft, though. Tortillas? Tortillas? I like hard shell tacos. That's all I can say. You know? Even if they get, like, messier, because, you know, they crack and they break, right? But I prefer hard shell tacos. I just like the crunch. You know, supposedly there's a reason, there's like a scientific reason behind why people prefer like crunchy foods. Supposedly it's because like biologically, crunch tends to signify freshness, right? You need to try the sauce individually first, like on a spoon. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you don't like the thing about tacos is that they're versatile, right? You can put pretty much anything on them. Mm. I've had some pretty good fish tacos. You know, I've tried them. Mm. Oh yes, the crunch is good. I've had some pretty good fish tacos, right? Those were pretty nice. Those were like I don't know. Fish has a very particular sort of flavor to it, you know? Like even when it doesn't have like any sort of seasoning or anything, it has something. You know, it's really like that's the interesting thing about fish, and that's like it's like one of the only like animal flesh products that I like eat these days, right? Like fish, seafood, it just has a peculiar I can't say the word like peculiarity to it. You get what I mean? I don't know how to say that word today apparently because apparently I can't pronounce words. Not today. Not today. You know something? I'm bored, so I'm gonna show y'all the time lapse to this because why not? Look at all there's gonna be like a lot of flashing back and forth between like layers on this because of all of the times that I had to like go over it. And you know, after all of this line art, you know, this is like the start of it, right? Like you can tell that it doesn't look the same. And there's also the fact that I had to cut off the first part of this whole process because okay. Because the thing is that there's a picture of my face on it, right? So I can't show you guys the first part of the process of this whole thing because again, I have to it's not because I'm like worried about privacy or anything. My mom's more worried about that than I am, right? About like my face being on the internet, you know, my name and all that stuff. You guys know my name. It's Ember, okay? Thank you. But this is the first version of the line art. Okay? It's not the second version, which is the one that I'm working on right now. This is blue line art, okay? You'll see the distinct difference. Right. So, I wouldn't mind if my face was on the internet. I mean, it was on the internet at some point. There was like an old Twitter post that existed before I connected it to before I renamed it and connected it to my did the stream die? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Before I connected it to my Instagram and my Twitch, you know, before it was called Wildfire 201X. But either way, thank you, AJ. Like, even if people see that, you wouldn't really recognize me because I had, like, different hair and there was, like, a filter over that picture and it was, like, kind of blurry, you know? Oh, hi, Star XD just followed. Welcome, Star XD. But, like, you wouldn't really recognize me. I mean, you would, but you wouldn't. You get what I mean? I don't quite look like myself in that picture. I already deleted the post, by the way. Don't go looking for it. Or, I mean, I guess you could. I guess you could technically use a Wayback Machine and find that picture. I don't know when I posted it. That was, like, a while back. I don't know when I deleted it. That was, like, a while back. So, I don't know. I imagine with the Wayback Machine, you could probably find it because it was up for a while. And I know that the... Hello. I know that the Wayback Machine just, like, you know, allows you to go back and see stuff from, like, the past. This is just a time-lapse that I'm talking over. You know, this would probably make some pretty good YouTube content if I just talked over my time-lapses. right? This is a pretty cool time lapse, I'll say. Anyway, so I was talking about, like, yeah, I don't mind my face being, like, out there on the internet, right? But I really want to do a face reveal, right? My hair is very different, yes. Speaking of, like, my hair fitting me way better, I went out shopping with my sister, and I think I got, like, a sort of style going on. I think I look really good in the clothes that I got. And so I showed pictures of I showed my friends some pictures, and one of them's like, what was I talking about? All right, one of my friends, yeah, I saw the pictures of the fish buns. I think you noticed. One of my friends, I showed my friends, and they're like, yeah, the fedora doesn't fit, you know? And I'm like, don't speak to me or my tacky, quirky fedora child ever again. And they're like, okay, but you gotta find outfits that fit the vibe of the fedora. And I'm like, no! You know, I just really like the fedora. I got a beanie, too, at that place with my sister. And it's a pretty neat beanie. I love my fedora. I love my little fedora. It's so cute and so tacky, and it's cute, and I love it. I love it. It's just, like, the thing about me and hats, right, is that we don't usually vibe. Like, for some reason, when I wear most hats, like, it feels like it's pressing on my skull, you know? Do you get what I mean, AJ? You get what I mean, guys. Star XD and AJ are the only people that I know have been in chat. And I know Space Bush was on chat at some point too, but I don't know if they're still here. So, like, the thing about hats is that they feel like they kind of, like, press against my skull if I wear them for too long. I don't know why. It just feels, it hurts, you know, kind of. Not really. Like, it's like if I notice it, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just feels wrong. But with the fedora, that doesn't happen. I forget I have it on. Aww. You think my voice is lovely? Aww. Thank you, AJ. That's really nice. I'm glad you think that. That's good. That's good for me as a streamer. Ooh, I just did a thing that kind of makes it sound like, I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can tell, but when I put, like, my hands on my cheeks, right, and I talk, like, if I combine them at my chin and I put my hands on my cheeks, it kind of sounds to me like I'm talking in a radio, you know? Like, you guys should probably try that right now. Like, don't cover your ears. Like, you put your hands, like, on your chin, and then you do, like, the face cupping thing, but you don't, like, cover your ears or anything. You just, like, it's kind of, like, right at the edges of your mouth, right? So it kind of sounds like a little bit like you're talking through an intercom to yourself, you know? But it won't sound like that from the outside, I'm pretty sure, right? I just stopped doing it, and yeah, that's really interesting. I don't know. You know, the hat thing, but with a biking cap. What's a biking cap? Do you mean, like, a baseball cap? A baseball cap? Biking cap. What is that? I've never heard of that. What is a biking cap? My Wi-Fi is, like, really slow right now because I'm using my cell data. I'm just gonna look for it on my phone instead because this is being too slow. You guys keep enjoying the time lapse, which, you know, it looks so cool. It looks cool as hell, and then I decided to reline everything and start over. Biking cap. What the heck is that? Go. Give me the results. Cycling cap. Oh. It's kind of like a baseball cap. It's kind of like a baseball hat, but weird. Like a tiny, tiny brim. It's like a little brim that either, like, slants down or slants up. It's kind of like a baseball cap. It doesn't break like a melon when you have an accident. Oh, you mean like an actual, like a biking helmet. Okay. Like one of those bicycle helmets. Yeah. Bike helmet, is that what you call it? Yeah. But apparently biking caps are a thing. Like caps that kind of look like baseball caps, but that are apparently specifically for biking. Yeah, I also kind of get that with like baseball helmets. I mean, biking helmets. Ow! I just hit my face a little too hard. Oh man. Um. Mm. Speaking of my face, um, I have this friend who's willing to make a mask for me. You know, he has been like playing around with like making paper mache masks for a little while now. And he got his place to be able to do that. And he recently texted me like I'm sorry, AJ. I did hit myself quite hard. He recently texted me that he wanted to he wanted to like have me like go visit so we could like finally get like a measurement of my face so we could do them so we could make the mask, right? Like that, if I can get that to work, if I can get that to happen, that'd be really cool, you know? Oh, look, I think this is around this is the time when I start. Look, we're almost back in the present day. Look, this is when I start doing the line art that there is right now. But I was talking about my friend who wants to make a mask for me, you know? You know the one character that I have, my sort of persona at the moment? With the little wait. Should I stop the time lapse for this? We can do it after the time lapse because the time lapse is kind of almost over. But like my persona, he wants to make a mask of that, right? Because I told I think I asked him. And he's like, "Sure. Yeah." And I'm like, "How much do I owe you?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Yes." So I'll have to pay him back at some point. Like I'll have to pay him at some point. Like just because I say so, you know. I would price it at least $30. You know, at some point I'm gonna pay him like $30. Once he gets like the mask and stuff. Once we get like all of that set up, and once I start making videos, like with a camera. Once I get my little setup going on, you know, I think that's gonna be really cool because I want to keep streaming, but I just can't right now because of freaking college and because I can't drive. Like, it would be totally fine. Again, it would be totally fine if I could drive, but I can't. Okay? And there's so many reasons for that. But the main reason is that. Okay, I'm just making sure that the stream's still working. Okay, but the main reason is cause I'm actually not sure what the main reason is. The thing is that I only got to take the test how many times? 3 times or 2 times? Right? I only got to take the actual final driving test like 3 times, I think. And all 3 times the testers, or the 2 times, was it 3 times or 2 times? I genuinely don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 times because I think the first 2 times I did it with a rented car, which is like that they let you do over there. Like they let you like rent one of the cars that's just for the test, and it's like super expensive to do that. And then the 3rd time I tried it with someone else's car that we borrowed, right, for the test. And the thing is that all of 3 times, or 2 times, I'm not sure which, again, all 3 times the driving testers were assholes, right? You know, they tend to be like that, apparently. According to my friends, they were also assholes to them. So, like, my first time I did the driving test, you know, I was just understandably nervous, and so, you know, I apparently got, like, marked down just because of that, you know. You are not confident in driving, so you will not be able to drive, you know. And I'm like, sure, that's fair. I suck at this, you know. But the second time I was a lot more confident, or the 3rd time, I don't remember. But the thing, I was a lot more confident, but I still got the markdown thing about being like nervous about it. I don't remember what it was. I think what they did the second time. Oh wait, the time lapse is done. Okay. So like the second time, or like the 3rd time, one of those 2 times. The thing is that the point is that I went with the rented car, with the not rented car, the borrowed car. So that time, apparently I hit a cone. I hit the cone on like the parking segment, and that's like an instant no. But the thing is that I could tell that the guy just didn't want to be there, right? I didn't hear the cone getting hit. I don't know if there was anyone watching. So, like, I just had to take his word for it because, I don't know. I felt pretty confident that day. And then this guy's just like, nope, you hit the cone. You gotta go. Nope, you gotta get out of here. But at least this time, it wasn't the rented car. I think that cost like $40 just to rent the car for the one test. You know? Just, that's crazy. I don't remember how much it was. It was more than $10. I can tell you that much. That's all I remember. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys the character that I was talking about. It's not this one. It's a variation of this character. This is this line art. This line art is just like so cool. I can't with this. Like, this is so cool. You guys see this? I colored this. But the line art is by, what's their name? I'm gonna look for their @ right now on my Instagram. I think it starts with a B. Yeah, that's their name. Baboon Weeb 46. Okay, let me just put that. But shoot. Let me do that. Baboon Weeb 46. There we go. So, yeah. I colored this, and the line art is by Baboon Weeb 46. So you guys should go follow them, show them some love, because, oh my god, this is so freaking cool. Look at this shit. But anyway, as I was saying, like, the character that the person would make a mask of is a variation of that character. Or technically, that is a variation of the character. So where is that? Where is that post? This isn't posted stuff. It's technically this character. This is a variation of that character too, but it's not that different. It's technically this character, right? I was touch starved, okay? Don't judge me for this. I was feeling extra touch starved, and this ghost boy is just, aw. This ghost boy is in need of some hugs, okay? So anyway, this is the character. Let me look for another post. I think I don't know if I have it saved on here. Would it be in here in the sketch dump? No, it's not. Random stuff. No. Actually, that reminds me though. Wait. I have to add another variation. I have to add more variants to that. That'll be later, though. Now that I remember. Yeah, the line art is so good. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, on that particular art piece by, that piece by Baboon Weeb 46, that was so cool. And I made it my profile picture on Discord. I'm not sure whether or not to, like, make it my profile picture on my main account, on, like, say, Instagram or something. But, ooh, that's interesting. I'm just taking a look at my professional dashboard on Instagram right now, and apparently I've had like 3 days of consistent activity on my account, which is pretty interesting. Like, you rarely see like an even level like that, which is, I think it's pretty cool. You know? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm getting so distracted today, but I think that's fine. Especially considering how I'm not going to be like streaming all that often. I'm going to try to maybe, possibly stream like once a month, right? So here's what's funny right now about how I'm handling things, right? I have several things that I'd like to post at some point soon. So, like, we have this thing, which I've been working on for a little bit, which I think looks pretty neat. At least Schlatt looks good. Quackity's looking kind of subpar. I might have to, like, just shade him and see how that goes down. And then we'll see. I really like the way Schlatt looks, though. What else did I want to post? There was something, was it here? Did I put it here? I have to repost this because I updated it a bit, so it'd be more accurate to the canon. Is it something here? Was it? Man, I keep making posts. I keep making, yes, horns. What are the horns you were talking about? Oh, right, Schlatt's horns, right? Yeah, they're really cool. It takes me so long to try and figure out how those spiral horns work, right? Those little croissants. But what was I looking at? Is it in the sketch dump? Is it in here? Is it... Oh, no, it's in miscellaneous. So, like, I want to finish working on this, right? I want to finish working on this and post it. I want to finish working on this and post it. And I also want to finish working on... I want to finish working on this, but that'll be... I have to reline it again. Who's Pina? 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 I don't know who that is, AJ. Could you please provide some context while I look at the things that I haven't posted yet? This is a thing for, like, a Minecraft server that my friends kind of wanted to post. Kind of wanted to do. But we never really got around to that. Mainly because we can't really, like, find the time for it. We might get to it eventually. Like, we kind of had, like, the sheep from Beastars. Oh, you're right! That's his name. I love that gay sheep. Yeah, I love that sheep. He reminds me a lot of this guy right here. This guy, yeah, exactly. This original character. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the DU SMP, right? This thing, where I keep losing track of things. It is in random stuff. This would just be like a Minecraft server thing, you know. We kind of had like a kind of background plot going on, but we never really got around to like going through with it, right? That's something that tends to happen with a lot of my projects, especially when it happens with other people, right? Like, we all have trouble with following through and finishing things, right? And it kind of just frustrates me a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. I want to get back to it eventually, but the thing is that by the time that I'm able to, not everyone else is gonna want to, and that's like what kind of sucks about it, right? But yeah, Bina is a lot like my original character here. This guy, this asshole. I love him, but he's an asshole. You know, I've introduced him to a few people. His name's Opulent. His name's Oro. He is part of the Neo universe. Like, he's part of that place, that awful but great place. You know. He's got a really weird moral compass. Give me a second. He's kind of like, if, to put it in short terms, he's a little bit like Sweeney Todd, right? He thinks, you know that one song, I don't know where it is in the whole Sweeney Todd musical, but it's the song that goes like, we all deserve to die, you know? Even you, even I. That's how the song goes, right? So that's kind of like this guy's mentality, right? In the way of, there's only two kinds of people in this world. People that suffer and people that cause suffering, you know? So when he commits the murderousness, he either does it to, end someone else's suffering or to kill some guys that are shit, you know? He rarely finds any exceptions. Almost never. The only exception is, like, I'm not gonna say. That feels like a spoiler, like too much of a spoiler, but, I mean, there's not a lot of people here. I know you guys are, like, kind of invested in this character. I imagine some of you are kind of invested in this character. The thing is that since I'm never quite sure whether or not, or how I'm going to present this whole story, his story specifically, because, I might as well, I don't have any pictures of my face in this time-lapse, right? I might as well play this time-lapse. Man, there's some pretty crap art in this time lapse, but I don't care. It's good entertainment. It's good content. You know, I tried to make a Friday Night Funkin' character, a Friday Night Funkin' version of this character first. And I think that turned out pretty nicely. You know, pretty decently. I think I emulated the style pretty well. But in the end, it still turned out shit, in my opinion. You know, that's just me. I know that you guys have like a different perspective to my art because first off, you're not the ones drawing it. And second off, you guys kind of like admire me. Like you guys like me. You know, that's the thing, right? You guys like me. When you like someone, your perception of how the things that of the bleh, of how the things that they make, the things that they do, your perception of those things change, right? And apparently the Wi-Fi is unstable, which is not a good thing for me. And the stream is like very delayed right now. That's like what, a 40-second delay? I don't know. But I was talking about how this guy would like. Yeah, I was talking about how you guys are probably like a little bit invested in this character, right? I don't know how I'm gonna present him when I finally get the story out. It's gonna be, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in like a very long time because I don't know how to produce things, is the thing about it. And I don't know like how to find people. Aww. I'm glad your mom thinks I have a friendly voice. That's really nice. That's really nice to hear. But anyway, as I was saying, how much was the delay there, AJ? When did you send that? How many seconds ago was that? Like 50 seconds ago? I don't know. This character, he's very interesting, you know? He's got issues, to say the least, you know? He kind of sucks. He's an asshole, you know? He's asexual, but he flirts for fun, for funsies, you know? He'll like, he's kind of a heartbreaker, you know? Look, I'm seeing that the suit's getting colored in right now, and that's like, it's getting colored in again where I'm at. So that's pretty funny. He's asexual and he flirts for the funsies, right? He does it like he just, I don't know, he's just kind of sucks. Like in high school, he kind of does it just because he can, because he's like the head of his clique, if you know what I mean, right? Like he reigns supreme in the social aspect, right? And he has no real friends. He has no good friends in high school because high school in Neo, it really is shit. High school in Neo, you're like a lot more likely to find complete assholes when you're in high school in Neo. Like, oh my god. It is so bad. It is so bad. Like, the only way to live in Neo is to have at least a friend, you know? You have quite a delay. I also have some bad Wi-Fi right now because again I'm working with what's the name? Oh yeah, this is the part when I start doing the facial expression things, like just the eyes. You see, I try to be very particular about the way that I draw eyes, right? Eyes and noses and face shapes. I mean, that's just an entire face, you know. But you get the idea of what I mean, right? Like eyes specifically, eyes and noses and face shapes are just very important in my opinion, right? So then like you'll see as I'm going along like how the face just sort of morphs, getting closer and closer to like what I want. This one didn't really work out. Like this first one right here, it's all right. That's a lyric from the song called Community Gardens, the thing that I wrote up there. The interesting thing about this character is that he never stops smiling, right? Canonically, he just does not smile. That's just not a thing he does. And, you know, there's, of course, some reason for that. You know, it's not just a quirky caricature thing. I don't like this one. I don't like this facial expression, but I do kind of like the way that I built the face. I don't know if it's that the eyes are too separated or if they're, like, not quite. The thing is that it's weird for me to see him not grinning, you know? Look at that. Now you guys are getting to the eyes. See, that was quite a delay. But, like, the thing about him is that it's very odd to see him when he's, like, not grinning or looking like an asshole. So that's why it looks more weird when he has a more neutral expression, right? So, it's just off, you know? It's just off. It's off-putting. He never stops smiling, though. No matter what is happening, he just never does. He just never stops smiling. You know? And there's a reason for that. There's a pretty damn good reason for that I'm not going to talk about. Ew, this is the part that I don't like. Ew, 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 ew. No, get it away. Get it away. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we just skipped ahead of that because I do not like that. But anyway, what is this part? This is when I start messing around with, like, hair highlights, and now I'm finally getting to the line art of this part of the piece, which is pretty neat. Yeah, not ever stopping smiling is quite creepy, which is, yeah, this man, he is messed up. You know, he's out there, justice killing, you know. He's one of those vigilantes that goes to kill, corrupt politicians, you know. But he also causes mass destruction and property damage, public property damage, right? A lot of people die in his wake. And, you know, he'll always go around. He'll tend to go around in the rubble of his destruction because he works with explosives quite often. Controlled explosives, mostly. You know, things almost never go wrong for him. That's kind of like his actual quirk, right? He's a very lucky guy. Right? Ew, it's that part. You got to that part, the part that I don't like. But yeah, like he does like a lot of explosives, a lot of explosion things, right? Destroys a lot of public property, kills a lot of public officials that suck. And, you know, he'll go around the rubble of his destruction and he'll just, you know, casually just kill whoever he finds, right? With a simple little, you know, a little tap at the head with a revolver. It has to be a revolver, though. It has to be a revolver, because he does his little Russian roulette routine. You know, it's just because that's what he does. You know, we all deserve to die, even you, even I. You know, and he tries to. He does Russian roulette every time he finds someone out in the rubble, at least an innocent. You know. An innocent, someone who is suffering, you know. He'll always try it, but he never gets the bullet. Because that's his quirk, that's his luck. He gets all of his money and resources through gambling. They call him the gambler. And look at that, we're almost at the end of this. He is quite the character. He's had a hard time. And he gives everyone else a hard time. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That's pretty much like the basic gist of this guy. Right? He really sucks. You know, you're supposed to hate him. And you will hate him at first. At least within like the canon, within the plot canon. And this is when I started figuring out that I really like this sort of format of background. You know what I mean? I tried out a couple of different variations for it. And look at that, the time lapse is done. So yeah, I should probably end the stream now. What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look at my at if people are getting here. But either way, it's been like an hour and a half. Um, let me see. Let's take a look. Just give me a moment. You guys comment and stuff while I'm doing my thing. While you guys catch up, kind of. It has been 41 minutes. So let's see what's going on here. Oh man, it won't show me. So I don't know. Maybe I think I'll end the stream now. I think I've talked about pretty much everything I want to talk about. I think something recently I got this achievement that said that's called Who's Watching the Watchers, right? And it's and it's just I got an average of 3 viewers within the last month, which is very cool for me. I think I've only had like 1 or 2 streams in the last month, which means, I'm improving. The fact that I hadn't gotten that achievement before, really says something. So it doesn't seem like anyone's on their way home now. I could probably stream for longer, but I kind of don't want to. I'm a little bit tired right now of talking. Ooh, Mr. Innit has posted something on Instagram. Tom Simons, Thomas Innit, Tomint. I don't know. There's a couple of things that I like to do at some point, right? While I'm streaming, right? So like I have a few people that I want to invite to the stream. There's a couple of things that I want to do for the stream. Oh, I should definitely show the time lapse for this, maybe on the next stream, right? I kind of like showing the time lapses and talking over them. That's pretty neat, I think. I think that's a pretty cool thing that I could do more often. I guess that would mean I'd have to make more art, right? Maybe I could just do that. What if I just made a couple of art pieces and then just like talked over the time lapses? Because I do have quite a few art pieces that I can just talk over, right? I think that'd be pretty neat, right? What do you guys think? I don't know. But I don't know. There's a couple of things that I want to do. There's a few people that I definitely want to invite over onto the stream. From like you, AJ, a few people that I know from online, like Blue, also known as Eclectic Alien on Instagram. He's got like some fun conversational topics that we can talk about, like, yeah. And then I also, of course, want to have Space Bush on the stream more often because she helps me with Control, right? The game Control. I want to have Andy on stream at some point, but I don't know if he like wants to. He's not like the most like social dude, but it would be fun to have him on stream so we can talk about Neo, because again, he's my main partner when it comes to Neo, right? He's really good at like that, just that really dark messed up story is pretty neat, you know. It's a cool story. I really like it. I really want to polish it though, because we have a lot, since we've been working on it for so long. We have like a lot of like side plots and timelines. We would have like a lot of different spin-off series that would come out of Neo. There would be so much content coming out of that. Like, the whole story spans out across generations, right? So, like, you're gonna get some characters, you're gonna lose some characters, especially beloved characters. We're gonna have a few supernatural factors. Not too many. And some plot holes, of course, caused by the supernatural factors. Because you know how when you have a supernatural ability, usually you're like, why didn't you use that ability at this point? And the answer is, didn't think about it, I feel like that would be the answer for why people don't use their supernatural abilities in situations in like movies anyway, So, yeah, there's like a few supernatural abilities, a few supernatural occurrences that happen in Neo, but that's like, it's not like super often. it'll definitely be enough to be noticeable, okay? Because opulent Oro, the asshole dude that looks like Pina, that reminds me of Pina, is is one of those supernatural entities. I don't know if the main character, I don't know if one of the main characters is supernatural or not. I mean, it's technically supernatural because it's not normal, right? For what they do, it's not normal, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna keep the main character ambiguous because I don't want you guys to know. Like, again, as I say, you're gonna lose some characters, you're gonna gain some characters, okay? Um, it could be the first character that you come into contact with. It could be the last character that you come into contact with. Whoever the main character, I guess, in Neo. Oh, hello, AJ. I guess in Neo, the main character would be whoever you end up attaching onto, right? Meanwhile, the person that we carry the story through is going to be the one that lives the longest, most likely. You know, whoever lives longest. You were planning dinner. Ooh, that's cool. What were you planning for dinner? I'm probably gonna end the stream really soon. I'm just talking about things that I want to work on stream. I want to get Andy in here. I want to get Andy in here and talk about Neo because Neo is pretty cool. Man, my nose is. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze again. Ah, no. Oh, shoot. What was that? Let's just get this time lapse up because there we go. Just the coloring. So anyway, Neo is gonna be a pretty cool story. You know. But we really do have to organize it. I'm not even sure if we would do it in like we were discussing a few different ways to like present it. Our go-to choice was in comic form. But we also like the idea of like making it like an animated comic series, you know, like with sound effects. Like there's something about comics that you just, you know, you can't quite get it without like animation and like with like sound effects and things like that, you know? And I know that there's a way to do that. Like if you were able to like scroll through a comic and it gets the sound effects because of cues, like sometimes it might not work if you're not like a faster reader or something, or if you read faster than usual. But I think maybe if we were able to do that, I think that would be the probably like the best way to present Neo's story, right? A sort of immersive sort of experience, right? Okay, so that's done. Took me an hour and 22 minutes to color that. Can you imagine? But anyway, pasta with sauce. Oh. Well, that's fun. You just got pizza in the end. That's fun. But what was I talking about? I was talking about Neo again. I think that if we were able to get like that sort of animated comic kind of style, you know, if that would probably be the ideal, right? That would probably be the ideal format. Of course, the best format would probably be animated, but at the same time, there's a lot of really fucked up moments in Neo. Like, a lot. All sorts. You know, like the trigger warnings, it's all of them. All of the trigger warnings. All of the trigger warnings. Because Neo is fucked up. Okay? I'm not even, this isn't even this isn't sugarcoating it at all. Like, this isn't even exaggerating. It is really fucked up, okay? In Neo. I don't like being stuffy. It is very fucked up in Neo, okay? But it's livable, you know? But there's some really awful people, there's some really sad people, there's some kids, not even kids get spared, you know? We got this whole thing that's absolutely, like, that's completely dedicated to the torture of children, you know? So, yeah, it's messed up, you know? It's really messed up, you know, like, let's see, let me think, what are all the trigger warnings that I can think of off the top of my head involved in Neo? Non-consensual things, bombs, war, some brutal torture, what else? Some, like, more light stuff, like just, you know, daily harassment of people, you know, whether it be like homophobia or transphobia, right? It can get violent really quickly, you know, it just depends on if you know how to handle the people, right? And that kind of happens in real life, but happens more often in Neo. Like, it'll happen to you, like, if you lived in Neo, it would happen to you, like, once in your life at least, right? It's bound to happen. It's like a 100% chance, right? So, but only once, I'll say. You know, just so you can have a chance to survive, I guess. You know? Especially if you have friends. You know, if you have friends, you're more likely to survive in Neo. You're so much more likely to survive in Neo if you have a friend on your side, right? Because it's all like a whole community thing, especially in the poorer areas. Like, the whole community concept just kind of just like hits home a lot better over there. Like, there was this one little scenario that Andy and I were thinking about, like, based on a TikTok. That's like, the police guy like goes up to this car, and he says, "Hey, you have a gun?" And the guy in the car says, "No, I don't have a gun." And then the police guy says, "Oh shoot, you should okay, come by. Let me give you this gun here. Come by the HQ, and we'll get you a license for that." Right? That's kind of how Neo is. That's a really good representation of what Neo is like, you know? That sort of community protection, because everyone knows that it's fucked up, right? And if you get friends with like one of the fucked up people, you're probably safer, you know? You're a lot safer than if you become friends with a rich person, okay? So that's Neo, okay? That's one story that I really, really want to get done. Because we've been working on it for so long, since the 9th grade or the 10th grade, even if it's that fucked up, right? Like, it's so cool. It'd be so cool. Like, there would be a lot of interesting visuals, especially when the story starts to get, like, more expanded. I've been talking for, like, another 15 minutes just about Neo. I really should wrap up this stream. But I'm not going to, because now I want to talk about Control, which is the story that I'm working on with Spacebush, which is the game. And it's also a very cool concept. I have this art here that I don't like anymore, and I also want to reline. Because, like, I like the way Nick kind of looks. This stance looks really weird out of context. He's supposed to be holding a sword. Like, I have a reference somewhere in here. Amongst all of these layers, I have a sort of reference. Yeah. Like, there's the drawing that I made in real life. And there's a reference for it somewhere in one of my other documents, right? And so these are the three main characters of Control. And look, here's the original rules. Y'all remember that? Do not question the conversation, where the conversation goes. Do not question the canon. We have vibrates. That's rule number 3. Rule number 4 is pronoun check. Can we get a pronoun check in chat, guys? If you guys are still, like, alive. We can get a tea check. I haven't had any tea today, but today I have hot cocoa with some coffee. You know, so coffee is just bean tea. So, you know, screw all you coffee lovers that say that you hate tea. No, you're drinking bean tea, you nerds. I'm a nerd that knew that. Okay? Number 6 is screw Spotify ads. I should add oh shoot. Wait, wrong layer. AKA noodles. That's rule number 6 of the stream. Okay? And rule number 7, Shoop is God. Look at Shoop. Shoop is God. Okay? You can't deny that. You know, it's pretty neat to have a couple of new viewers. I don't know if you guys are still watching. I don't know if you guys are still paying attention, but I don't really give a shit because I'm gonna put up the VOD anyway. Yeah, y'all remember the rules. I always forgot the order of the rules. So it's a good thing I wrote them down at some point. I might keep using them. I might not. They'll still be like only OGs will remember the rules. Pronoun check he, him for AJ. AJ uses he, him pronouns. So now you know. When you talk about AJ, you refer to him as he and him. His, his pronouns are he and him, and that's very, very cool. My pronouns are they and them, So if you were going to refer to me and you're going to refer to my pronouns, you're going to be like, their pronouns are they and them, So that's quite cool. We have pronoun checks because we don't like misgendering. Misgendering is not very PogChamp. Yes. But yeah, I was talking about control, right? I accidentally put 2025 because I can't do math. I meant to do 2026 because it was supposed to be 5 years from now. April 16th, 2026. We're going to have like some sort of release, like demo? Because the thing is that, again, we don't know how to code or anything, right? We're just like, I pulled this date out of my ass because a lot of games get completed in like a year or two, right? So I'm like, we might need like double that time. We might need triple that time, right? To really complete the game like properly, right? Because again, we're beginners. You know what the teacher's role is? To make like a test, like this, to determine the time for like a quiz or a test or anything is like you take the original teacher's time. Misgendering is a no-no, but I feel like that's why we have pronoun check. Pronoun check is misgendering equals no. Okay. But again, the way that a teacher determines time, apparently, according to one of my teachers, to determine how long a quiz should take, is that they'll take the amount of time that they take to do the quiz or the test or whatever, and they'll triple that time. That's what they'll do. I don't know if they take like the fastest time or the slowest time, but either way, that's what they do. So we just like doubled the time because I don't know how long. I think Undertale also took like 5 years to make in total. Undertale by Toby Fox, my favorite game like ever. Even though it's really simple, the story is so good and the characters are so good and so charming. And I love Deltarune too, but I love Deltarune as well. But it doesn't really beat Undertale in my opinion. Like, I do love the music. My favorite tune out of all of the Undertale series, like Undertale and Deltarune, my favorite song is from Deltarune, which would be The World Revolving, which is Jevel's theme. But I still prefer Undertale, mainly because of the different endings. But I get that Deltarune has like a sort of theme, to not having different endings. I don't know if it might have also been so that Toby would have a little less work to do in terms of that sort of thing. But it's still a fun game, Undertale and Deltarune. I think Deltarune has a much more fun fighting mechanic, like a much more fun fighting, I don't know what you call it. Fighting sequences, they're a lot more fun, in my opinion, in Deltarune. Because they're also, like, much more aesthetically pleasing. Instead of just having, like, the character up top in the box with your little bullet hell thing, you have the character on the sides, they're facing each other off, and it looks really neat. Like, the reason Deltarune is going to take longer than Undertale is because of the visual effects that it's going to have. It's going to look a lot cooler than Undertale, And which is, I appreciate that, but I still I still prefer the character charm, and Deltarune does have that. Deltarune does have it. Don't get me wrong. Deltarune is a very good game. I just really like the the story aspect that there is in Undertale. And it would like there's only one part of Deltarune out right now, right? So we'll just have to see how it goes as it goes along. I'm sure Toby will do great with the rest of it, and with the friends of his slightly bigger crew. I don't know how many people were working on Deltarune this time. I know it's more people though. That's all I know. You know what's something that I really wonder, and I'm starting to get into a whole new topic when I said I was supposed to end the stream like 20 minutes ago. But what I really wonder, like just randomly, is like what does Toby Fox do like as his day job, right? I know he makes music for like other games. I think he supposedly made like some of the tracks in Earthbound. I think it would be really neat to know like everything that Toby's worked on in terms of like content, because I really like Toby's music. Toby is like really thoughtful with the way that he makes music, right? Like the way that he reuses leitmotifs throughout Undertale and in Deltarune as well, to like, character themes being used for certain parts. And when he just like what all he does in the genocide route is slow down Flowey's theme and slow down some other themes, right? And it just gives it the perfect air, right? And it's so good, you know? He's just really good at that. He's really good at having a very specific vibe to a particular area, or I don't know. It's really good. It's really good. That's all I can say, I really admire Toby for that. As a musician myself, I've been playing piano for I think 11 years now. At least 10 years. That's all I know. I don't know if I started playing piano when I was 7 or 8. I think it was when I was 7. So that would make about 10 years now. No, 11 years now, because I'm 18 now. Sometimes I forget that. And yeah. Next stream I might show the time lapse for this piece because it's quite cool. It's quite a cool piece, and I like the fire. The fire is like what turned out best in this, in my opinion, right? I like how realistic it looks. There are a few things that I would adjust now, but I already posted it, so I really shouldn't. Oh, also I forgot to this layer. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Wait a minute. Since we got 2 new followers today, that should probably mean I have 20 followers on Twitch now, which is pretty neat. And you know what's cool about that? That means we're a fifth of the way to 100 followers on Twitch. I also have YouTube. I have my YouTube VODs account, which has more followers than the Twitch for some reason. Wait. I think I gotta go. Nope, we don't. Okay. So anyway, I should really end the stream now, right? I don't know. I got distracted hard. I also have the YouTube channel. I got a Linktree account recently that I've only used on my Instagram so far. I should probably like put that everywhere. I just haven't gotten to that. Let's see. Oh no, I haven't put the Linktree on my Instagram. No, I just have Twitch. Okay. I should probably put up my Linktree on my Instagram. I put it up on Discord. I remember that now. Oh, that's cute. Okay. So, I really should put that Linktree thing on my Instagram. And I don't know. I guess I'll end the stream soon. Or now. I don't know. You guys should go follow my YouTube account. Oh, I'm glad you got your pizza, AJ. I wanna, again, I've mentioned before, I mentioned on the last stream that I really wanted to do an Amori let's play video. I really want to do that. I haven't bought Amori yet for some reason. I have the money for it. I just need to actually buy it. Oh my god. I'm an adult and I still can't do things. Like, I'm just here, like, realizing, like, how little I do. Just, like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna buy it. I have to figure out, like, how to use, like, I want to get it, like, direct. I have to make I have to set up a PayPal account. I don't know. Should I set up, like, donations or something once I get a PayPal account? Should I do that? The thing is, I don't really make much for you guys, but I feel more confident in my abilities now. And I love talking about the stuff that I make, and I'd love to make better things. And I love to prove to my parents that this is like worth more than just like my silly little ideas, you know what I mean? I'd love to support this. You know, and I feel like I'm not gonna get much of anywhere if I keep letting the how do I put this? If I keep letting life take its course as in the way that it's going right now, you know? Because I'm really busy with college, but I'm still living in my parents' house and I can't drive, you know? If I keep letting life take its course like this and I don't like take charge with what I want to do, you know? I think it's not gonna end well for me or for, you know, this whole stream thing and the stuff that I want to make. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, AJ? Since you seem to be the only person in chat right now. I think if I can figure out how to set up PayPal, because the thing is that it didn't let me do it last time because it wouldn't accept my phone number. I might ask Spacebush if she's been able to set that up herself, because, like, I don't know, she has more initiative than I do. She's a lot sassier than I am, and I admire that, right? She talks back. I do not. I'm not like that. I'm very insecure about a lot of things that I do, right? And I would like to feel less insecure. And I think the stream just died again. Uh-oh. Did the stream die or not? No, it didn't. Okay, no, I just opened something by accident. But yeah, I'm not sassy like that. I don't know. Maybe I should do a little. Maybe I should just end the stream now. I don't know. I'm glad you got your pizza, AJ. I'm very glad. So yeah, I don't know. I might set up like how to do donations. If I can set up my PayPal, if I can figure that out. When I get to figure that out. Like, let's actually be hopeful and say when, right? Because I think I can do this. But I am going to need help. That's for sure. I'm gonna need support. You know, you guys don't have to, like, give me anything, but the option's gonna be there, I guess, once I get it set up. Because I do feel much more confident in my abilities, right, to make things at a decent pace, right? What with all of the half-finished things that I have here, right? Like this thing, it only took, like, I think it's taken me, like, half the time that it takes for me to make something like this. You know? It's only taken me almost, like, 4 hours, which is, you know, it's less time than I think, than usual, I think, right? Like, I've gotten, like, the whole figure and some of the coloring down. And I think that's a lot less time than I usually take to make something like that. Especially, like, with, like, more than one figure, which is, yeah. I don't know. I feel more confident now. And I guess I feel like I would be more deserving if someone were willing to and able to. Of course, I'm not telling you guys to give me anything. Okay? No. Willing and able to, I don't know, give something, right? To help me do things, right? To help me make the cool things that I want to make, right? It's going to take a lot of time. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you guys now. It is going to be a long time before I'm able to get everything done, right? And I am going to need help, and I'm going to get help. Not like help from like like the donations and what. Though that would help, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like I'm not saying like give me your money. I'm just saying like I'm gonna have to like get some friends together and be like, hey, you want to get in on this mess? You know? My several stories like Control, the little journal that I mentioned that one time, the dual SMP, Neo. Was there another thing? I think there was a fifth thing. Um, I think there was a fifth thing. Oh right, Blood Against Snow was another thing that I wanted to work on. Like all of these things that I'm gonna work on, I'm not gonna be able to do them alone. You know, because that'll take too long. Because I tend to be slow, but I'm slightly faster now, so that's great. So if you like what I make, you know, you keep watching and you tell your friends. You tell your friends that I'm a very cool person that they should watch, right? And that they should follow because I am cool. You guys would know cuz you've sat through my several hours stream now. So yeah, I really should go. I have a few things that I need to do, so I guess I'm going to go now. Um I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I did. Huh, my throat feels like it's getting sore. I don't know if you can hear that, but my throat's dry. It's just like gotten drier progressively across the stream. And I don't know, this has been pretty neat. This has been a pretty cool rant by me. Um I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I'm gonna try to go for like within the next month or something. You guys will find out much later. When it happens, it'll happen. It's the YouTube people that apparently seem to enjoy this content sometimes. Hello. I don't know why you would still be watching at this point, but you should subscribe to the channel. I don't know if my main channel would turn up in a search bar